So guys, here's the deal. Before I play Street Fighter, I actually have to use the restroom, and I have to, let's just put it, it's going to take a few minutes. You know what I mean?
What?
See what I'm saying?
What are you doing?
Get what I'm getting at?
You got it.
So what I am going to do is I am going to do a commercial break.
Jerk off?
I usually don't do that now, but I figure it makes sense.
So it's got to jerk off, you know what I'm
saying?
You know what I'm saying? I know what you're saying. I
do a cleanse.
Picking up what you're putting down, Phil.
Is that what they call it now? A cleanse? Right? What's the wording? What's the politically correct wording? I'm doing to do a colon cleanse, right?
What?
Anyway, so let's take a break. I'll be back in a few minutes with Street Fighter 6 and Chun-Li. Thanks.
My name is Richard.
I am darksydephil. Now I'm ready.
Now
I need to do that. Can you
now
imagine
I'm
if I was
ready.
trying to play before that? Whooey! Now I'm going to be able to float, do all the juggles in the air because I'm nice and lightweight. You know what I'm saying? I jumped a few pounds there. So
Ew, dude.
Now my floating Kempo skills can be used to their maximum. Can you imagine how weighed down I was before? Yikes. All right.
What happens then?
So thank you to anyone who supports the channel in any way, whether it be liking this stream or liking the
What
video
happens
on
then?
demand, leaving comments on it, or interacting with me on the stream. Maybe perhaps going above and beyond, dropping a super chat or a super sticker, right? Or a membership or a gifted membership. And I say that because we usually have really good attendance for Street Fighter. These would be great streams if you were looking to support the channel in general and you wanted to help out your fellow viewer. Gifted memberships are a great way to do that. By dropping gifted memberships, not only are you helping out me and my business, but you're helping out your fellow viewer to have all these cool benefits on the streams as well. So please consider that. And we have lost a significant amount of gifted memberships in the last week, so it'd be great to get some of those back. You know, tips are awesome. Thank you so much. Tips have been great recently, so thank you for that as well. Those are straight through PayPal if you prefer. They announced that this would be the first mature-rated Final Fantasy game. A lot of people said, well, I don't understand why. Well, now we know why. Right in the first few hours, there's excessive gore and or brutal murders right in front of you, and there's sexual content, sexual scenes, right? We haven't had stuff like that in Final Fantasy before.
What do you...
So, again, I get it. They're going for the Game of Thrones
Does that bother
idea.
you?
But you have to understand that in a game...
It's not Game
like
of Thrones.
fantasy
Gore
game,
is
less
not
can be
Game
more.
of Thrones.
So I'll give you a perfect example.
Oh, Alien is Game of Thrones?
Character who's basically...
Oh,
supposed to be
Braveheart is Game of
manipulated.
Thrones?
She sleeps with guys. She gets them to do what she wants. And
You're an
because
idiot.
of that, a lot of... Like, it's actually...
You're a
the plot
buffoon.
is like one of the characters
You're
in
an
your party
imbecile.
interacts with her and says, you didn't used
You're
to
a
be like
moron.
that. You used to be a good person. I trained you to use your powers. But now you're using everything
You're a
in your
mouth-drooling-
ability
you're-
for bad. Basically, you're
You're a
manipulating everyone
mouth-drooling
around you.
idiot.
What happened to you? What changed you to be such a horrible person? It's part of the plot. I get it. But here's the difference. I could have just been told that she's like that.
Here's the deal.
I didn't have to see it. There's literally like a 3+ minute cutscene of her in bed with the king. And literally nothing happens during the cutscene. Nothing.
Bro,
It doesn't add anything. It's like they wanted to have the Game of Thrones sex scene in the game, so they had to have it. You understand?
Dude,
like, here it is. But what is this adding to the game? Literally nothing. You could have just said it was happening. Or it could have been alluded to, or there could have been a side conversation about it, instead of actually having the whole scene. It's almost like they're trying to cater to an audience that wants the adult content, right? Ooh, I want to see the side boob in the scene. I want to see, instead of just saying, okay, the king, the Duke was
Who do you
injured
think's
or murdered,
playing this game?
They have to show brutal blood exploding and guts shooting out, and it's like, you know.
Who do you think?
Now listen, there's an audience for that. There is. But I don't know if it's the Final Fantasy audience. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels like they're definitely trying to cater to people who like the over-the-top excess of adult content. Now, the thing is funny about it is...
That was excess?
There's not. So the entire scene in the bedroom is fucking stupid. Because all it shows is, oh, an arm is blocking the guy's balls and crotch. And, oh, look, the camera angle just happens to only shoot from here up and you can't see anything below. What the hell is the point?
Have you ever
Seriously, it's like... It's bad in that regard. It really is. It's stupid.
Yo,
like,
peace
why
out,
is this in the game? It's like they're trying too hard to be edgy.
Have a good day,
you know what
Rich,
I'm
wait.
saying? Now that's my pet peeve.
Bill, have you ever
If
seen a guy's
disagree,
balls
that's
before?
Fine. Maybe it doesn't bother you at all. For
I'm
me,
just curious.
I played all the Final
Does
Fantasies
that,
at this point.
frighten
it's like,
you?
why is this in the game? It just doesn't need it. It doesn't add anything to have this shit in it. Besides, we were trying to be different and edgy, guys. Come on, look, we really did it this time. We went all the way. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. When there's a fucking... a bedpost blocking the guy's testicles so I don't see them, you didn't go all the way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What?
It's pretty stupid. My initial gameplay is already live, 5 hours. Please give it a look. If you watch it, thank you. Please remember, like those videos and leave comments. I'm telling you, engagement's very important. And I have noticed, sadly, a drop in engagement in this channel over the last few months. With all these new releases, engagement is key. Just giving a like and leaving a comment on a video actually puts it in the algorithm and lets more people find the content. So if you could do that favor for me, if you're watching my stuff, please do. It helps a ton. Okay? All right.
Yo, he's getting ratioed.
You know what's funny? You notice I never ask anyone to subscribe. I don't think I ever do I? I don't think I ever have, right? I mean, it's kind of like a no-brainer on YouTube. If you like the content, why wouldn't you subscribe to the channel? So I kind of like have just taken it for granted. I never mentioned that. I mean, you have to subscribe to talk in the chat.
Oh, now you're gonna beg for subscribers, dude? Come on,
if you subscribe,
bro.
you get notified when the new videos
fucking
come out.
break.
You'll get notified when I do community posts of polls and things. Like, if you were a subscriber, you would have known yesterday that you could vote on that and poll and determine, you know, who I use today in Street Fighter 6. You know what I mean? So, I basically never talk about it. Please consider subscribing if you're not. I don't know why you wouldn't. With all the content I put out, you would think being subscribed and being in the know would be beneficial, right?
You finally saw that? You finally saw
all
that
right,
metric?
So,
Phil's never seen that before?
yeah, there you go. Cl3anse says, if you could please slam dunk the subscribe button, smash the like button, share the fuck out of your channel with your friends and family.
Phil finally saw the percentage of people that watch his content but aren't subscribed.
Okay, the difference here is that I'm older. It has nothing to do with being married. It has to be with I'm older and I don't look for that crap in video games anymore. Do you understand? Like, when you're younger and you're more immature, you get more pleasure out of that stuff, right? Oh, it's risque. It's adult. Oh, it feels so good. I don't look for that stuff in a video game. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have sexuality in your life in a way that you enjoy, in a way that you're very satisfied with, you don't then have to go search for sexuality in video games. I don't play video games for sexual content. I play them for gameplay that's enjoyable. I play it for good stories. I mean, it's okay to have romance in a video game. That's perfectly fine. But for example, the scene that I referenced yesterday in Final Fantasy 16 was literally superfluous to anything. It wasn't needed. It didn't prove a point. It literally could have been explained in a sentence. But they had to show the scene to appeal to a certain audience. Do you understand? That risque audience looking for the adult content ate it up and gobbled it up. Oh, I love it. The adult Game of Thrones adult content. You see?
It didn't show anything. What are you talking about?
When I was younger,
bro, you know porn is free,
what was I doing
right?
on YouTube? I was trying to cater to a young, immature audience.
He knows that,
I
right?
constantly was making sex
like
jokes,
you can go,
racial jokes, gender jokes. I was doing these
if
jokes.
If someone wants to see porn, it's not hard,
constantly
dude.
fill
Like,
dead air and entertain an audience that otherwise was pretty immature, and they ate it up. They loved that content. That's who I was appealing to. Today, I'm 41 years old. I'm not looking to appeal to a bunch of teenagers. If you look at my actual analytics on YouTube, I have very few young viewers. My viewers are usually in their 20s to 30s, and some in their 40s, like me. That's my age range that I'm appealing to. I'm not appealing to young teenagers. Those people are going out and watching the memesters. They're watching the fucking popular streamers, the drama queens. They're watching bullshit content. That's what appeals to them. The immature shit. That's the kind of shit I used to put out 10, 15 years ago, and I don't anymore.
20 is young.
You see, I've changed. I feel
20
better
is a kid.
because I've grown and matured as a person and a content creator. That's nothing to do with being married. It has to be just getting older and wanting to put out something that you feel is more meaningful to yourself. Do you want to know the truth? It was actually cringe-worthy when I had to do that content constantly. It was. It was actually like taxing. It was boring. I mean, I gotta play another game and I gotta constantly keep making sexual comments, right? And here's the other funny part about it too.
What?
Back then, everyone criticized me for it. I'd say probably around 2012, 2013, when the This Is How You Don't Play movement started. One of the big things everyone made fun of me for was that content. Oh, he always wants to talk about sex. He always wants to see the sex scene. He always has to over-sexualize everything, right? So everyone told me I was wrong for doing it. So over the years, I change, I mature. I phase out that kind of talk and that kind of any kind of seeking that in video games, and I criticize when it's in it because I feel it's superfluous. Oh, so you changed for the worse. Wait, what? This is what you told me to do because you said that I was immature and that the content wasn't good enough. So you even made fun of me and this is how you don't play and everything. So I changed directly based on your criticism. I improved. Now I changed for the worse. So what the fuck are you talking about? You can't have it both ways, right?
Yeah, grovel to the outsider.
That's the truth, is that the internet wasn't in it to basically say to me, all right, that they weren't in it to say that your content is immature, improved. They were just saying, we don't like you and your content no matter what you do. That's really what it was. That's the difference between constructive criticism and toxic criticism. Please improve for the better. We just don't, it's never going to be good enough. That's two different things, you understand? And that's what I've gone through, is basically being told no matter what I do and how I improve, it's never good enough. So guess what? I'm going to put out content that I like. All right? So yeah, if I see that shit in a game and I think it's stupid and it's unnecessary, I'm going to call it out. There was no reason to have that scene in Final Fantasy 16. It literally added nothing. And it was laughably cringeworthy because, again, here they go with their editing. Oh, look, the arm is blocking the nipple. The fucking bedpost is blocking the dick. Like, what is this stupid shit? Like, I feel like I'm fucking watching something from 20 years ago that's like a fucking National Lampoon or fucking Naked Gun movie or something. You know what I mean? Like, what am I watching? It's so dumb.
Dude, that's exactly how I feel every time I turn on your stream, dude. Like, no joke.
Anyway. No, you cannot call me pale. Why would you call me pale? Doesn't even make sense.
Oh, Powder. Bill's Powder. Look, he looks like Powder, dude. He's so white. He never sees the sun, dude. He's like a...
You see, Raincoat, and this is where online play gets tricky. He says, no one at high levels in Street Fighter 6 are spamming Drive Impact because it's easily punished. You're right. So what happens? You're not used to Drive Impact. So then what happens? You play, and you play someone who's not high level, and they spam it, and they hit you. Because you weren't ready, because you're not used to reacting to it anymore. You see? That's the trickiness about Street Fighter. Why do you think? You could be playing Street Fighter at a very high level, you go online, you play a scrub, and the scrub just mashes reversal, completely unsafe a million times, and it hits you every fucking time. Because you're not expecting them to do that. It's completely dumb gameplay. It's unsafe. It's stupid. It should never work. But because you're not used to them doing the dumb Hail Mary move, it hits you every time. It's a factor. It is. It's a factor in online play.
Dude.
In tournament play, likely these idiots are not going to keep mashing like that, right? There you go. All right, this person's just a troll. I'm just going to get rid of them. They're being stupid. I'm trying to be serious, and then they say something dumb and insulting, so I don't even why I bothered. Why did I even bother trying to be, like, serious about answering a question from someone who's just a moron who's not going to pay any attention? So, okay. Great waste of my time.
Wait, what?
What was the last dessert that I had?
What did he say?
Oh, my God.
Hey, Phil. Funny to mess around with Phil Burnell, right? Oh, it's real funny to do these horrible things to him because it's just a joke. No, it's not a joke. It's my life.
Not Phil Burnell, Shill Burnell.
Shill Burnell.
The reason we do it is because Phil begs. Wrong. The reason they do it is because they want to see me suffer.
That's right.
Why did detractors say you're a pig roach? You don't look like a pig or a roach. I don't know. I don't know what that means. That's one of their memes. I don't actually know what it means at all. Piggy Smalls took me $1, says, own the premium like others. Pigs rise up. Oh my God, here we go again. Another stupid meme. Another stupid meme that means nothing.